We're also used to seeing K-pop idols rocking it on stage, full of confidence and radiating that superstar vibe. But let's be real, that only makes us more curious about what they're really like behind the scenes. To satisfy our curiosity, we've seen companies and TV networks put idols in all kinds of hilarious or awkward situations, often using hidden cameras to give us a peek at their true personalities. Think about it. I've getting blamed for dropping a cake, Girls' Generation being ignored by the crowd, Stray Kids being questioned by the police, and BTS even getting kidnapped. In today's video, K-pop Library will talk about some of the most entertaining hidden camera pranks and what happens when idols drop their stage personas. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Who dropped the cake? In episode 2 of 123 I've 2, the members had to take on a hidden camera challenge with some pretty unexpected scenarios. First up, they were faced with a staff member who accidentally dropped an important cake on the floor. Leader Yejin was quick to sense something was off and immediately jumped in to save the cake, setting it down safely and reassuring the young staff member that they still had another one. When the strict director returned and saw the messed up cake box, Yejin even took the blame herself, saying she was the one who opened it, sparing the staff member from getting scolded. Yejin really proves she's the perfect leader for a quick thinking, super responsible, and every bit the idol fans look up to. When it was Liz's turn, the staff member who dropped the cake whispered to her, asking if Liz could take the blame. Liz quickly agreed, and when the director came back, she admitted she was the one who'd accidentally dropped it. Not only that, but Liz helped the staff member clean up the mess on the floor. This really shows that Liz is not only super kind-hearted, but also someone who genuinely cares and thinks deeply about things. Even though she was quick to take the blame for dropping the cake, you could tell there was still a bit of her underneath. She felt the weight of the situation, even though she was just trying to help. And when she found out it was all a prank, she actually teared up with relief. The group, or Selves. In BTS's early days, PD Bang Si-hyuk and the other members decided to pull a hidden camera prank on their leader, RM. Throughout the prank, Bang PD pretended to be furious with RM, grilling him over why the members were skipping practice so often. He even criticized RM for supposedly acting like he was the only one working hard. Things got super intense when Bang hit RM with an ultimatum: choose between a solo career or staying with BTS. RM didn't hesitate for a second. He chose to stick with the group, which totally won over everyone watching. In the end, Bang PD couldn't hold back his laughter and finally told RM it was all just a hidden camera prank. Low on blood. In another hidden camera prank, Eric Nam pretended that a friend of his had been in an accident and that the hospital was running low on a compatible blood type. Eric mentioned that his friend's blood type was B, and as soon as Amber from FX heard that, she instantly offered to donate, saying she was also type B and was ready to help. She even insisted that they get to the hospital as soon as possible, but then Eric let her in on the secret. It was all just a hidden camera prank. Amber was totally shocked, of course. Thanks to this prank, though, Amber gained a ton of fans who admired her genuinely kind heart, proof that her golden personality shines both on and off stage. Fangirl's boyfriend. The next hidden camera target was Chongsub, the hilarious member of B2B. The prank started when he was standing outside with some fans, and suddenly, a guy who was supposedly one of the girl's boyfriends showed up and started yelling at her. The boyfriend even grabbed her arm roughly, which left Chongsub both shocked and clearly unhappy with how this guy was acting. Without hesitating, the idol pulled the girl back and told the guy that this was no way to treat his girlfriend. Even though the boyfriend kept insisting it wasn't Chongsub's business, he stood his ground and kept defending her. Needless to say, after this prank aired, Chongsub was flooded with praise and gained a bunch of new fans for standing up like a true gentleman. Kissing in the elevator. The members of Twice revealed their true personalities in a hidden camera prank that took place in an elevator. As each member entered one by one, a couple followed them in. The couple then started kissing, and each member's reaction was completely different. The eldest member, Na-yeon, showed her maturity by seemingly not caring about the couple and just waiting for the elevator to move. She must be pretty used to these kind of awkward situations. but not everyone handled it like her. When Jungyeon saw the couple kissing, she was visibly surprised, stealing a quick glance at them as if she couldn't believe her eyes. Momo, on the other hand, had an even stronger reaction. As soon as she saw the couple getting cozy, she got so embarrassed that she pressed her forehead against the wall and slid down into the corner of the elevator to avoid looking at them. Trapped with a beautiful girl. As BTS were riding the elevator, suddenly, a beautiful woman in a short dress appeared and began to cry in front of them. What would they do? When the elevator doors opened and the girl showed up, Jimin froze like a statue, leaning back against the corner. The girl was crying while pressing the buttons for all the floors, and seeing that, Jimin didn't ask any questions and said nothing. But things got even more intense when the doors opened again and a group of people stepped in, forcing the girl to squeeze into the corner right next to Jimin. Being the gentleman he is, he moved forward to give her more space. Meanwhile, the youngest member, Jungkook, walked into the elevator feeling cheerful, but was instantly stunned by the mysterious girl's presence. He awkwardly shifted from side to side, unsure of what to do. Like Jimin, he also didn't say anything when he saw her crying and pushing the buttons for the floors. But when the crowd filled the elevator, he found himself cornered, the girl pressed against him. It was clear that he hadn't anticipated this situation, and the tension was palpable on his face. While the younger members were clearly flustered, retreating into the corners and standing frozen in front of the girl, Suga, the older brother of the group, remained completely unfazed by her presence. He casually continued dancing in the middle of the elevator as if nothing was happening. After the girl pressed a bunch of buttons, he boldly asked, "Why are you doing this?" And when the elevator got crowded again, Suga found himself pressed against the wall right next to the girl, and all he could do was chuckle awkwardly. Interrogation. While the Stray Kids members were filming their group content, the production team had set up a scenario to capture their reactions. It was during the first part of filming that they got into their van to head to the next location. A mysterious car was waiting for them at their destination. As soon as the members' vehicle arrived, two strangers claiming to be detectives suddenly opened the car door and demanded that they stop. Unaware that they were being filmed, the members visibly panicked upon hearing that their manager was going to be arrested for a fabricated reason. Hyunjin quickly realized that the situation outside the car was quite unusual. He proactively opened the car door and told the detectives that he wanted to call for more crew members. However, the detectives stopped him and requested a quick interrogation with him. Hyunjin looked serious as he listened to the detectives' questions. Felix, on the other hand, candidly told the detective that he wasn't fluent in Korean. When asked for his real name, Felix obediently presented his ID card for the detective to see. When questioned about his alibi, Felix honestly answered the detective's inquiries. The quiet crowd. For the first time appearing on Mnet's School of Rock, the 9 girls of SNSD faced a unique challenge set up by the production team. When the show brought the girls to high schools to perform in front of a crowd of students, the reality was far from what they had expected. As the 9 members of SNSD stood on stage to perform into the new world, the atmosphere was filled with silence, devoid of cheers or applause. The group was stunned and embarrassed, but they tried to compose themselves and deliver a great performance. Suddenly, the host interrupted the music because the audience wasn't engaging, and filming couldn't continue. The girl group looked on anxiously, struggling to hold back tears. The host approached the audience and asked if they knew who Girls' Generation was, to which the entire crowd responded in unison that they did not, demanding that the show invite a different band to perform. "Bring FT Island back," some audience members shouted. This left the idols in a state of dismay. Seeing the tension rise, the host decided to end the prank, and the audience's joke finally came to a close, much to the group's relief. Kidnapped in the night. It was BTS's first day in LA. As night fell, the group was traveling in a car to the local coordinator's office to sort out their visa issues. Upon arrival, the coordinator stepped out to enter the office for a few minutes, leaving the members in the car. At first, the members sat in silence, waiting for him to return. Suddenly, a group of people dressed in black approached the vehicle. They opened the car doors and entered as if it were their own, leaving the members in a panic, unsure of what was happening. These individuals were acting as robbers, attempting to snatch the members' phones. Jungkook's phone, which he was holding, was quickly taken away. The scoundrels then claimed they would take the members to a hotel. Jungkook, confused, asked, "Hotel?" It was clear that fear had overwhelmed the group, and they were at a loss for how to react. The car then stopped, and the three thugs pressed them to get out of the vehicle, and the members reluctantly complied. They entered an unfamiliar location and were forced to sit down in a room. The robbers demanded that they stay still and look straight ahead. Jungkook was scolded for not following instructions, prompting RM to signal him to comply. At that moment, Jungkook's face went pale with fear, and he could do nothing but obey the thugs. After the prank was revealed, the members shared their feelings at that moment. Jungkook had genuinely thought he was being kidnapped and feared he might be sold off somewhere. He even wondered if crying would lead to his release. He found himself thinking about his parents. RM noted that the members were too afraid to even breathe loudly, while J-Hope, sitting beside him, was frozen with fear and leaning against RM for comfort. These little moments reveal the true character of K-pop idols. Not only are they talented and good-looking, but they also have hearts of gold. It's this kind of genuine behavior that helps them earn the love and admiration of their fans.